Doesn't it feel like we're all constantly racing against a clock that never stops? The seconds just keep ticking by, turning into minutes, hours, and years. And with that comes this quiet, nagging pressure to do more, be more, and not waste a single moment. We're always told to seize the day, to make the most of our limited time. But what if the secret isn't about managing time, but completely rethinking our relationship with it? Buddhism offers a perspective that might just change everything. The way to live wisely isn't to chase more moments, but to fully show up for the only moment you actually have, right now. This one shift can transform all that anxiety about life being too short into a deep source of peace and meaning. Do you ever feel like you're on a treadmill, running faster and faster just to stay in the same place? That feeling is a huge part of being human. We know there's an end to the story, so we start treating time like an enemy, a resource that's always slipping away. This struggle is really the heart of what Buddhism calls dukkha, which is often translated as suffering, but it's more like a deep, underlying dissatisfaction with life. And this feeling doesn't come from the fact that life is short. It comes from our resistance to that simple truth. A core Buddhist teaching that speaks directly to this is anicca, or impermanence. It basically says that everything is in a constant state of flux. Nothing lasts forever. Our jobs, our relationships, our bodies, even our thoughts and feelings, they all come and they all go. We know this in our heads, but we live as if it's not true. We cling to the good times, desperately trying to make them stay, and we fight against the bad times, trying to push them away. All this clinging and resisting is what makes us so anxious. We're trying to build something solid and permanent on ground that's always shifting. But what if we just stopped fighting? So, our first lesson is to stop fighting change and instead learn to embrace it. Imagine you're trying to hold a river in your hands. You can cup your hands and hold a little bit of water for a second, but it's going to slip through your fingers. And the tighter you squeeze, the faster it goes. The wisdom isn't in trying to stop the river, but in appreciating the feel of the water as it flows right through. That's what it means to make peace with impermanence. It's recognizing that life is a flow, not a fixed thing. Fighting this flow is what causes the pain. When we expect things to stay the same, for a great job or a relationship to last forever, we're just setting ourselves up for disappointment when it eventually changes. But when you accept impermanence, you don't become passive or stop caring. You actually become more resilient. You get that both joy and sorrow are temporary. This allows you to truly savor the good moments without desperately clinging to them, and to get through the tough times knowing that they, too, will pass. Embracing impermanence isn't about giving up. It's about letting go of the exhausting fight against reality. It's understanding that change isn't the enemy. It's the very definition of life. In fact, the Buddha's last words were a powerful reminder of this. All things are impermanent. Strive on with diligence. This brings us to our second, and maybe the most important lesson of all, living fully in the present moment. Buddhism teaches that the past is gone, it's just a memory. And the future? That's just a projection of your mind. It isn't real yet. The only time that truly exists, the only place where life is actually happening, is right now. Think about it. When you're worried, you're living in a future that hasn't happened. When you're stuck in regret, you're living in a past you can't change. Either way, you're absent from your own life. You're missing out on the only reality you have. The antidote to this is mindfulness, or sati. Mindfulness is simply the practice of paying attention to the present moment, on purpose, and without judging yourself for it. It's about bringing your full awareness to whatever you're doing, whether it's sipping a cup of coffee, taking a walk, or just listening to a friend. Let's try a quick experiment. For the next 60 seconds, just focus on the feeling of your own breath. Feel the air come in through your nose, fill your lungs, and then leave your body. Your mind is going to wander. It'll jump your to-do list, or a conversation you had yesterday, or something you're worried about for tomorrow. That's totally okay. That's what minds do. The real practice is to gently, and without any judgment, just guide your attention back to your breath, again and again. That simple act of returning is the heart of mindfulness. It's like a workout for your brain, training it to live where your body is, right here, right now. It's a powerful skill that stops you from wasting your precious, limited time on things that aren't even real. You finally get to show up for your own life. Our third lesson flows right from the last one. We have to learn to let go of attachment. This doesn't just mean attachment to the past and future, but also to specific outcomes, to our identities, and to our possessions. The Buddha taught that attachment is the root of all our suffering, because we get attached to things that are, by their very nature, impermanent. Now, letting go doesn't mean you can't have goals or cherish people. It just means releasing your white-knuckle grip. Think of it like this. It's the difference between holding a bird in your open hand and clenching it in your fist. In your open hand, the bird is free. It's a beautiful thing to experience. In your clenched fist, you'll crush the very thing you wanted to keep. So what does this look like in real life? It means watching your thoughts and feelings without letting them control you. When a painful memory pops up, you can acknowledge it without letting it ruin your entire day. When you feel anxious about the future, you can recognize the anxiety without getting lost in all the what-if stories. This practice frees up so much mental and emotional energy. Letting go is really an act of kindness to yourself. It's accepting that you can't control everything, and that real freedom is found in acceptance, not control. By releasing our attachment to how we think things should be, we can finally start to appreciate them for what they are, right now, in this fleeting, precious moment. The final lesson is all about wise action. Realizing that life is short and that the present is all we have shouldn't make us lazy or indifferent. It should give us incredible clarity. It forces us to ask a really powerful question. What's the most skillful and compassionate way I can use this moment? Since life is temporary and our time is limited, how we choose to spend it becomes incredibly important. Buddhism encourages us to prioritize actions that are wholesome, actions that lead to peace, wisdom, and compassion for ourselves and others. It's not about being busy all the time. It's about being intentional. It's about choosing to do work that feels meaningful, to build relationships that are nurturing, and to act in ways that line up with our deepest values. From a Buddhist perspective, a meaningful life isn't necessarily found in huge achievements, but in the quality of attention and intention we bring to every single moment. We can transform the most mundane chores, washing the dishes, driving to work, answering an email, into a practice of mindfulness. By being fully present, we are acting wisely. We are no longer wasting our lives. That ticking clock doesn't have to be a source of anxiety. It can be a wake-up call. The Buddhist path teaches us that by making peace with the fact that nothing lasts forever, we can free ourselves from the exhausting struggle against time. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, we find the only time that's actually real. By letting go of our attachments, we unburden ourselves from the weight of the past and our fear of the future. And by choosing our actions with intention, we fill our lives with meaning and purpose. Life is short. That's not a tragedy. It's an invitation. It's an invitation to stop chasing more time and instead to live more deeply in the time you have. It's an invitation to appreciate the beauty of this fleeting moment, to act with kindness, and to find peace not by holding on, but in the graceful dance with change. The secret to spending your life wisely is realizing you only ever live one moment at a time, this one. If these ideas resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights into mindfulness and practical philosophy. We'd love for you to be part of the conversation. And please, share this with anyone you think might need to hear this message. Let us know in the comments which of these lessons hit home for you the most. Thanks for being here, in this moment.